Hi there, this is Mrs. Ashworth, and I am showing you how to use NoodleTools. NoodleTools is a one-stop shop for you to be able to gather all of your sources together, annotate, write your paper, complete note cards, all kinds of stuff. Let's just dive in here. I am on NoodleTools.com, and I'm going to go ahead and hit enter and show you how to log in. So first of all, you're going to get to this screen. You're going to click log in. You don't have to create an account or anything. You just go in and log in with Google. So over here on the right hand side, ignore all of this stuff. You go to Google, click on that, and I'll have to select the location, and mine is Lynbrook High School, and then I hit continue, and then I say I'm a student, and I hit create account. And then I have to type in my year of graduation. Let's just say I'm a senior here. I'm going to save my profile. And that's it. So you can see that I've logged in here with my Ashworth student account, and now I can go in and start working. So to begin, I have a projects dashboard, a sources, note cards, and paper tab at the top. And you'll be kind of moving in between these different areas. Notice I have a project already listed here. I took some time to create that. Notice it's called the B&W Project 2021, and I can open it here. I can actually go to, if I click on it, it'll open up and it'll show that I've moved to the dashboard tab. I can go in here and click on this section here to create my research question, this section here to create my thesis. I can actually even click here to start my paper if I want to build it within NoodleTools. And when I click Start Paper, it's going to go and build it into this tab right here, and this will be how I access my paper when I'm in NoodleTools. If I want to share with my teacher, I would share it in this Sharing and Collaboration section in this middle bit in a project inbox. My teacher would have to let me know what the title of the project inbox was. And then if I wanted to collaborate with other students, I would do that down here in this section right here. Going back to the projects dashboard, just to show you how to create a new project, you'd click on this, and then it would open up this view, and you'd be able to type your project title in. You'd click MLA, and you'd click it's a junior or advanced paper for you. I clicked junior for mine. The one that you don't want to click is this first one. So that's how that was created. Now let's talk about sources. I can make sources in lots of different ways, and so basically I can import them, copy paste a source in here. So I'd go up to new source, and I'm just going to show you how to do a few ways. If you have a book, you'd use print or in hand, and you'd go here and click book, and then if it's a book that you have in front of you and you have the ISBN number, you would type in the ISBN number. There's also an app that you can get on your phone where you can actually just scan the ISBN number. It's the NoodleTools app, so that might be useful to you. Having the ISBN number is really critical. You could also look by title or by author or editor, but by typing in the ISBN, it's going to find that book for you. So I'm going to pause and put in an ISBN number for a book that I have on hand. Hang on. All right, I've typed in my ISBN number, and the ISBN number, if you didn't know this, is usually on the back of the book, and it's in the little barcode area, and it says ISBN next to it, so that's what you're looking for. It often begins in a 978 number, not always, but it often does, and that's what I've typed here. So I'm going to click search, and notice that it found it for me. It's The Human Age, The World Shaped by Us by Diane Ackerman, and I'm going to say that this is what I want to use. I go down to the bottom, and now I have this option to import selected source, and that's what I'm going to do. And then up here I have some checking that I have to do to make sure that everything is right. And I would go in and I'd open my book and check that everything is right. I'm just going to make the assumption that it's right. And I'm going to click continue. And now I have this book here, and if I scroll down, you can see that I have a section for annotation. I can add that right now, or I can wait until later. So I'm going to click Save, and now that item is added to my works cited. All right, let's add a different kind of source now. Click New Source, and this time we're going to pull it from a database, and you can simply just click Database and say that it's a journal article. If you don't know what kind of article it is, it's okay. You're going to wind up citing it the same way generally, and that is by clicking up here in this section rather than filling out all of the details. So this is where you copy and paste your citation, and notice that you have some checks that NoodleTools asks you to look for. Don't assume the citation is correct. You'll have time to do this later on, but you should also just be aware that you will always need to check your citation to the MLA handbook to make sure that it's correct. The main thing is this last bit. Your teachers actually want you to use a URL instead of a DOI, so keep that in mind. You're going to try to find that. And let's go ahead and look at the article that I found here in EBSCO. And notice here I have this cool article that I've found, and I have an abstract, and then I have to click on PDF full text to go ahead and open that article. And when I open it up, I have the full article here, and then I need to cite it. So I go over to the right hand side and I click on the Cite button, and that gets me to my citation formats. I scroll down to MLA, and then I can copy and paste this into my URL or my copy paste field. So copy it and then go to NoodleTools and paste it right here. Okay, this would be a good time to fix this last bit to include the correct URL. And so I'm going to take out the DOI, remove that, and then I'm going to go find that permalink in EBSCO. So in here, I have to click out of here. Let's find the permalink, and I'm going to copy and paste that into my NoodleTools to make sure that it's right. There we go. And now I look at it, checking to make sure that it looks good. Again, I'd go into my MLA handbook or go to Purdue Online Writing Lab, OWL, and check to make sure that it's correct. And then I'd scroll down, and if I wanted to again, I can add my annotation now, but I'm just going to click Save for now. And as you can see, it's been added here, which is pretty nice. The last one I want to show you is how to import your citation from Gale. Gale actually has a NoodleTools tool. Here is my article in Global Issues and Context on CRISPR, and in order to pull this article and place it into my Works Cited or Sources tab in NoodleTools, I click the Cite button at the top, and notice it says MLA 8th edition. I have the citation right here. I have this direct link to it. And now I want to export. So go down to export and notice that you have an export option to NoodleTools. Click that. It will give you your citation. I say this looks good. I don't need to edit them. Now you're ready to go. Make sure that you are in the correct project and click Import References. And you'll see one reference successfully exported to the project. Here I am in this import. I'd have to actually go to the NoodleTools. I can click out of this one right now. And I can go into NoodleTools and hit refresh. And when I hit refresh, I see that newspaper article from Gale, which is nice. So say, for example, you have all of your sources. Now you want to add your annotations. You can go over to the options, and here are the options that you have. You can edit, you can delete, you can copy if you want. But you're probably going to spend most of your time here, or if it's a bad one, you can obviously click delete. Edit will get you back to this view where you can scroll down and add your annotation. Notice I added one for this document. This is just some gobbledygook, and it shows up like this in my list right here. Here's my annotation. And now that I'm done with my annotations, if I did them in NoodleTools, I can then go and export this document as a works cited document. So I go print export and then go to print export to Google Docs. And when I do that, it opens it up in a Google Doc for me. And then I can actually go in here and make any kind of changes that I need to. Again, this is your last place that you'd want to go to make sure that everything is correct. If you want to do any kind of editing, this would be the time to do it, and then you'd be able to turn this into your teacher. One last thing that I wanted to show you is in NoodleTools. I'm going to skip note cards because that's a different screencast. Go to paper, and if you click on paper, NoodleTools actually opens up a Google Doc for you. It's called B&W Project 2021 because that's the name of my project. And then I can go ahead and start making my paper right here. And you'll always be able to find your paper in the NoodleTools paper tab, but it is also located in your Google Docs or your Google Drive, so you can locate it there as well. I just find it really helpful to be able to do all of this stuff in one place instead of having to kind of like go here and there and everywhere. So keep that in mind. I hope this helps you out. Good luck on your research and let me know if you have any questions.